Welcome, guys, to the daily analysis for April 2nd. So far this week, we bottomed out on Monday and we had that squeeze to the 21-day moving average that we were expecting in the weekly watch list. What happens now is going to be crucial. All right. If you guys remember in the weekly watch list, I had shown you multiple examples of how things play out once we go below the 50-week moving average. We usually have a counter trend rally, and then whether that gets sold off or not depends on how things proceed from there. So that counter trend rally played out this week, played out rather quick compared to last year where it took a couple weeks, and then most of the times it takes a couple weeks. But obviously, with all the news that's flowing around, we went straight up to the 9-week moving average. Now, I had said in the weekly watch list that once we are above 595, if we can close above that, that's when we are safe. This territory was neutral, if you guys remember. And anything below 576 is in the bearish territory. All right. So far, we came to the neutral territory, and then we had Trump's address yesterday, to which the market is reacting. Now, if you guys remember last year around the same time, we had that address, and that's when we got the next leg lower. But things don't always have to play out the same way. How will we know if market is going to go into panic mode? It has to take out Monday lows. Only when it takes out Monday lows will we be sure that we are getting another leg lower, because we're going to have this 21 MA box that will break down. So if you guys invert it, you will see for yourself. I'm going to remove this box from yesterday for the neutral territory. If this thing ends up becoming a box and breaking lower, then we'll have the panic leg. All right. If not, Monday will hold as bounce. So obviously right now it's a wait and see market. Where does that leave us today? Today, we don't really have any other major news. We have unemployment claims, but they don't really matter that much. We have NFP coming out tomorrow, but tomorrow is also Good Friday, so the stock market is going to be closed. Obviously, that can increase the impact of NFP overall. So, obviously, a critical weekend that we're going into. Overnight, we had Trump's address that's made the price drop lower, right? We are gapping down pretty significantly. Now, we had a rising 9MA, so obviously this gap down has low likelihood that it will keep going lower. We'll probably get some bounce in the morning session, all right? Don't read too much into that bounce, because that bounce will likely lead to a consolidation, and only if that consolidation breaks to the upside will we say that the bulls are on the safer side. That consolidation could break to the downside as well, and then things will get tricky. So let's assume, all right, this is how it's going to play out. Let's assume we gap down, we open around here. Assume there's going to be a bounce, and we're going to make some form of hourly consolidation here in this range. Let's say 3 hourly candles sideways. If that consolidation breaks to the downside, we're going to get more downside. If it breaks to the upside, great. Bulls are consolidating for now, all right, in this larger territory. So that's what I'm assuming today is going to play out like. What about the neutral territory for today? The neutral territory for today is going to be this consolidation area of yesterday, this entire range. All right. So obviously yesterday we went up strongly and then pulled back just as hard. So that leaves us in a very clear neutral range around 580 to 586. Below 580, we have levels at 577 and 574. Obviously, with the gap down, we're already opening at 574. After 574, we have level around 571. On the upside, above 586, we can go to 589 and maybe 592. So those are your levels in QQQ for today, as well as the context, as well as how I'm expecting the day to play out. What about